All right, let's start with the second time because I know you won it twice.
Something like that. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's start with that second time win and just kind of give us a little summary of that magnificent day.
The day or the year
Day. Well, the
or
year, the day.
or
This
since
hey, this
then,
is it's all about you, Larissa. So
everything.
you just start going down that road.
Okay. There's this one time that I was like kind of fast and I was kind of good at bike racing. And then I did all these bike races. I did that Belgian Waffle Ride. I did good. And then I did Leadville. I did pretty good there too. Then I almost died. And then I didn't ride my bike for 3 weeks. And then I got pregnant. And then I hit rock bottom and I was like depressed and stuff. And then I got back on my bike. And now it's today.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for coming on. We had a great chat.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need more structure. I'm not good at this.
I'm okay. Here's one I want to. This I'm kind of curious about this. Give us a little comparison as far as like you've won it twice with BWR. Was it, were they the same as like, oh, I just felt great and I just rode away from everyone,
Good
or like,
question.
like what kind of stood out between? Yeah, see, look, I'm getting new
You're good
points.
at
We haven't
this.
talked about this. I don't know if I could just go in circles with the same conversation we already had.
It's
So
like you've done this
let's
before.
Really
let's
good
do
at
that.
this.
Yeah.
I have done this before. I've actually done this before with you, Larissa. No one will hear it though.
Touche. Okay, here's the thing. When you're new and you've never done something before, like even like this climb I did in Corona, Cole Canyon, I'd never done it before, so I didn't know what to expect. The first year I did Belgian Waffle Ride, I didn't know what to expect. It's one thing because you don't know it's gonna hurt. Like you don't know how terrible it's gonna be or how glorious it'll turn out. And so you're just like riding blind and it's kind of the thrill of the unknown is everywhere. And the whole thing is just magical and painful and amazing. The second time, like I knew how hard it was going to be, but I don't know. There's like this, on one hand, I have this like terrible sense of lack of self-confidence and I always think I'm going to get killed by everyone. And then on the other hand, I had all this like confidence in my training. Like I've been riding my brains out and I knew I was like pretty fit and that like felt pretty confident about my ability to ride a bike. So like that, it made it a totally different experience. Like instead of just like being freaked out the whole time, like I don't know what it's going to be like. And it's so long and it's so hot. And I don't know, there's so many people. That was the first year. And the second year was like a different experience because I was like more calm in a sense that I knew what to expect, but also I was just like so freaked out that someone was going to beat me and I had to like defend a title.
So with that being said, like if you look back on both of those races, two you won, what would you say was like the hardest moment in the first one and then the hardest moment in the second one, since it was like two separate landscapes?
Oh, dude, in the first one, because I got a flat tire on Cougar. What's that? Wasn't there a downhill called Cougar something?
Yeah, Cougar Pass possibly.
In
Yeah,
the
that
very
dirt
beginning.
downhill.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a flat because I had tubes in my tires because I was a complete Fred. And then I got dropped, like tons of people passed me. And so then I just like destroyed myself chasing because I thought I had to get back in the lead immediately and I couldn't be bothered to wait and like give it time. So by the time of the top of Black Canyon, I like got to the top and then turned on to what is that, Mesa Grande? And I was so shelled and I was like, you're in trouble because I was already like, I was done. Like I was ready to be done with the race. And, like I was in
So
the
that's the
lead,
first
but
year.
it was not worth it.
So, okay, so for people to wrap their heads around that, because that's, I think a lot of people, I mean, I'd say probably everyone gets to that point where they're smashed and they don't know what to do, but very few are actually in the lead. So, like, how do you come out of that as far as like, we're just over halfway.
Oh God.
I'm like, just toast. Is it like a mental thing? Are you starting to like throw down some food? Or are you just like, you know what, like a little pep talk, like let's get together. You like have a moment.
I'm certain that I ate something.
What like brings you back?
I'm certain that I ate a bonk breaker, but also, so there was one or two dudes around me on the way up Black Canyon, and the men's like lead group. I had just caught them at the base of Black Canyon, and then I opened my big stupid mouth and was talking smack probably, and they're like, "We don't want to ride with her."
Does not sound like
They
you
were
at
like, we
all.
don't want to ride with her all the way up this climb. So they all just dropped the hammer and disappeared. And I was like, I just caught you. And now you're leaving me already? Wait for me. But they didn't wait for me. So then there's only a couple dudes who couldn't hang on to that group. And they, unfortunately for them, got stuck with me. And
You're like we're the three best friends.
but not really, because then at the top of Black Canyon, one of them dropped me like going across Mesa Grande. I was like hanging onto his wheel for dear life because we could see a group of like 8 guys up the road. And that's like, you don't want to be alone at that point in the race because there's a lot of pavement ahead of you. And if you're in a group, you work so much less. And it's more motivating to be in a group and all that stuff. So this dude I was with, I feel like he was like Spanish or something. And I was like hanging onto his wheel for dear life. And then he dropped me and bridged the group. And the group was like right there, like arm's reach away, but like maintaining that same distance. So I was like, I'm going the same speed as them, but I'm not catching them. And I'm working harder because I'm alone. And so it was like super demoralizing. But it was like one of those things where it was like, I knew what I needed to do because I needed to get attached to that group. So it's just like, put your head down and just drill the living daylights out of yourself. And I just told myself like, I'm already cracked, but if I can make it to that group, the rest of the day will just be a little bit better. So it's worth just destroying myself even further. And then you can recover a little bit because there's some downhill coming up and you'll be in the group. Yeah,
So did you make it?
I did. And then they didn't drop me again until the dam descent.
You got
No,
dropped on
I
descent?
don't remember exactly what. Oh no, you know what? No, that was the second year. The first year, I stayed with that group until, what is it, Sandy Bandy, when you're going through the like Filthy 50 course, like along the road? Yeah. So on
Yeah,
that
that's the
section,
area.
the group splintered, and so like some dude in front of me couldn't handle riding dirt, and then he got gapped off the group, and then
Sounds
probably.
like a roadie.
And then the two of us were far, like I was behind him, so I got gapped off and I couldn't get around him. And then by the time we got back on pavement, we were too far off the leaders to bridge. So it ended up just being like groups of 1 and 2 from then on through the rest of the race. And those times where I was alone, but I was with that big group for enough time that I could recover.
Okay. So
Oh
that
man,
was
it
the
was
hardest part of
terrible.
the first year
It
for you.
was so hard.
Okay, let's fast forward now to year 2. What was that hardest
Oh
part?
man. I don't know. Year 2 was kind of glorious.
Wait, was year 2 the year it was like 98,000 degrees?
It was pretty hot. Oh man, I don't know the worst part of year 2, but I know the best part. Can I tell you the best part instead?
Yeah, we can do that. I like that little yin and yang, best
Okay.
and worst.
Yeah.
No.
The best.
Yeah, just
I'm
no,
glad you
no,
didn't
yeah,
say
yeah. Not your.
The best part was when, you know how you start and you're like on Del Dios Highway and it's like all the people, and then you turn on to single track and then everyone crashes and it's so stressful, and then you're in the sand and then there's like all that like crazy fast trail, like dirt riding, it's bumpy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come out onto Highland Drive. And by the time we came out onto Highland Drive, there was a very distinct separation between the lead group and everyone else. And I like pulled onto the pavement onto Highland Drive at the very back end of the lead group of men. And I was just like losing my mind that I was able to hang on to like these people that I idolized. Like Ted King was in that group. And I was like, what is happening right now? I'm in this group with these crazy fast people. Like I survived war. It felt like a battle going through all that rough shit. And then like we emerged onto Highland and I was like, wait, what? I'm still here.
No, that is. I mean,
rad.
that's a small selection because yeah, once you get through there, because you have like the whole battle of the road, the beginning of the, and then you do like
Yeah.
in the past, it's like that U-turn onto what like like the single track
Yeah.
stuff, and then that basically starts it, and it's all positioning, and it's definitely rough, and then that's a small group that comes out of it, and then you have to settle in for the climb. But like
well, you could tell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little flex moment right there. I like it. That was good.
And you could tell that the dudes in the front were trying to create a division. Like they didn't want all 2,000 people together at the end of Lemon Twistenberg.
Well, if you can make that front group, you like obviously if you come out of the front group onto the pave, you know you're not going to hit it full gas on the climb. Like it's going to, definitely ramp up, but you can kind of chill for the beginning. But if you come off into the pavement and you're 2-3 minutes down, you basically have to go straight into time trial mode, or you have to wait for the next group to catch you, and then you're like, all right, well, I'm already behind now. So yeah, if you can make that front part right there, then you have a little respite, and then yeah, you're solid. So how
well, that year was fun because then I was in that group, and then going up Highland, like I didn't look at where the KOMs and QOMs started and stopped, but I knew that Highland was one of them. I just didn't know where the start and stop was. But then the dudes were riding like, I don't know, pretty. They weren't riding super chill, but they were riding chill enough that I took a selfie. And then I was like, guys, this is a KOM sprint. And they're like, we don't care. And I was like, but I care. So then I went on the front, and then I pulled everyone to the top of Highland, and then, because
nice.
I had to get the QOM.
Yeah, why not? You're like, oh, I'm already in the lead. It's just rack
and
it
those
up.
didn't help me at all.
Oh yeah, no,
Nobody pulled through to help me.
That's a roadie move. They're like, oh, this is great. We'll let the girl just pull us the whole way.
We're on like 7 beeps now.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna like sprinkle more in, so it's gonna be like 37. Yeah.
I'm a mom, bitches.
That one might stay.
I said that on the group ride in Orange County the other day. As I was attacking them.
I was there. That was a couple months ago. And then they all attacked me.
Well, that's usually how it starts. Yeah, some of the old Masters guys in OC, they don't take too well to that.
No, it was some Hagens Berman kid sitting on the front, like chilling up Live Oak, where it's supposed to be hard, and then this 17-year-old kid on an old aluminum bike. Well, it's like this little 17-year-old kid attacks, and no one goes after him, so he's just dangling out there by himself. And I was like, this poor kid. So I attacked and looked back and yelled, "I'm a mom, bitches," and that animated everyone. And then they all attacked and went hard.
Wait, which group ride was that?
Como.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done that one in a while.
And it wasn't the other day.
It was like a month ago.
It wasn't during the time when you're out to do groups right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah. I mean, how long have we been? 3 months? 3 years?
Today is March 97th.
No, it's January still.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's fast forward to let's get everyone on. Now that everyone knows how badass you are, you won this twice, and you're taking.
I don't think badass.
Hashtag mom bitches.
Yeah.
You can't say that without being like, yeah. So what happened at when you got that sickness or what? I don't even really know what it. All right, well, let's just bullet point it right now.
Cliffhanger. What's that?
Let's just do the bullet points of it right now. Then.
Okay. All right.
So we can get through this part.
Remember how I went all out after I got the flat in the first BWR to catch the leaders because I couldn't be bothered to wait in a 130-mile race to catch back up to the front. And I had to pass them before the end of Highland, which is like 30 miles in to a 130-mile race. My race strategy in every race I've ever done is go as hard as you can from the line, and then you're going to blow up. It's going to happen. But hopefully you're out in front by enough that when you blow up, when you're limping into the finish line, you limp in just ahead of the second place person who's been going a consistent pace intelligently the whole time. And you, like, by the fact that you had enough of a gap when you blew up, you still win. It's a terrible strategy.
It kind of makes sense, though. I can
by far the worst strategy.
Making sense.
That's how I race every race. So at Laruta, I thought I would do the same thing. And it was a terrible idea, and it wound me up in the hospital. So then I came home and didn't ride my bike for 3 weeks. And then because my body was like, you know what? We haven't ever taken a break from bikes. This is a great time to make new life. It conceived a child, but I was completely unaware of that. So, like, 3 months after.
Oh, are you there? Okay.
Just declined.
Yeah, we declined it.
You ain't got no time for that.
We ain't got no time. So then I thought I wasn't recovering, and I got super depressed, and I lost all my fitness. And then I found out in January that the reason why I was still feeling shitty is because my body was creating new life, and that was pretty exciting because I always wanted a baby, and it just never seemed like the right time. So it's kind of like Rabdo was like, "This is the time. You shall now have a baby."
I like it. Those are good bullet points.
Can I? So lucky I got rhabdo. Is this appropriate for this podcast? It's not about BWR.
It's about baby.
It's about.
No, it's about you.
Okay, but I know, but BWR is more important than me.
We all don't worry. We always bring it back to BWR.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, we're not over. This is why I'm lucky, is because the rhabdo took me down to like zero fitness. Like, okay, before the first Belgian Waffle Ride I did, I was racing cross country, like Olympic length cross country races, and I was like enjoying it and doing okay. And then like some shitty stuff happened, and I had a year where I was like, I'm done. I'm walking away from cross country, and then I rode myself into the ground every day that fall. Like I just wanted to ride my pain away. So I would just go do like 200-mile rides alone. Like just ride my freaking brains out, because if you're in physical pain, you can't feel emotional pain, kind of thing. And because of that, when I went to do BWR the first time, I had this crazy strong base because I'd been doing these stupid long rides. And then BWR was like short compared to the rides I've been doing. But I would never like have had a baby because my body was like, nope, this is not cool. Like you are not making new life. You are riding your bike too much. So the rhabdo gave me the baby, but also I lost all my fitness. So I was like back down to square one. Like you are a regular human just starting to be a bike racer. So I didn't like try to train my brains out when I was pregnant, which is probably good for me because I don't have any ability to control myself and I would have overdone it. And then also it's good because it like coming out of it, like I have no fitness. So I'm starting from the beginning. And so it's like, it's easier to like be chill and not overdo it right now.
And she can ride with normal people like me now.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's like now I can like I'd actually maybe hit you up next time I'm down in your area. Be like, hey, let's go on a ride.
We're doing it.
See what normal fitness you actually have.
It's still better
and then
than a normal person.
Well, yeah, everything's skewed for sure, especially when you're talking about
because before I had no self-control. I would just ride my bike all the damn time. Rhabdo gave me self-control.
I test that. So, okay, where are you at now? Where are we at now?
Well, so I was not ready to race Belgian Waffle Ride this. Like, if it was this May, I was not, like, my goals for this year's BWR were to finish it and to have a good time and to feed my baby breast milk at the top of Black Canyon Road because I'm still breastfeeding. So I was like, beginning of May, I will not be done breastfeeding. I cannot go 7 hours without stopping. So I was just going to have a good time. And that was going to be a thing. But now that it's moved to November, I'm stoked because I'm doing the base training rides now that I should have been doing in like November, December, but I wasn't like anywhere near ready. So like, you know how Laura King and Sonia Looney are like already riding their bikes after having a baby? I was not that person. They're way more hardcore than me.
So are like you can almost like do like show title from you know, you're going like from breastfeeding to winning BWR, since the first BWR in May was breastfeeding, and now I take you're probably gonna try to win BWR in November.
I mean,
like, is that? Do you think the fitness is gonna add up to come November? Like,
literally nobody knows.
Yeah, Nikki, what do you think?
I think
let's get a third.
I think she would have had a hard time not racing it in May, but now that it's in November, I think it's game on for Larissa, just knowing her and how her brain works.
But nobody knows.
Yes, nobody knows. That's why we race. But I think potentially she'll rip legs off again.
I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
These mom watts, like, there's a lot of pressure to like test the mom watt theory. You know why I had a baby?
I can't wait to find out.
Because I wanted to see if the mom watts were real.
Well, maybe because I'm a guy, but I don't know what this mom watts thing is.
Okay.
I haven't heard that before.
They say, I don't know if this is urban legend or real science, but they say after you have a baby, you get stronger. And so my 5-year plan that I developed in 2015 involved having a baby. And like, originally when I was a cross-country racer, I was like, okay, try to go to Rio. If that doesn't work out, have a baby in 2018, get the mom watts, then go to Japan for the Olympics. Like, that's going to happen. That was my plan. Obviously.
Hey, well, Tokyo got postponed, you know.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming back to cross-country.
It's all coming together.
Exactly. So this is my evil plan, is to test out the mom wat theory.
I can't. Yeah, this is very fascinating. I've never heard this. So like,
Wait,
now
really?
it actually is.
I
literally have never heard that.
You know Rose Grant, the 45-time marathon cross country. Yeah, and she's won cross country marathon nationals 45 times.
Yeah, I think I just met her recently.
Yeah, you know, when I met her, she was breastfeeding her infant in between practice runs and final runs of the Missoula Super D race in Montana.
You know what I say? It's gonna be hashtag Battle of the Moms, bitches.
Yes, yes. Oh, but Rose doesn't swear, so we should make it clean. Hashtag Battle of the Mom Watts. Oh, and Laura King is doing BWR too. Oh, dang. We're going to have all the mom watts at BWR. If you don't have a baby, you better watch out.
I think last year BWR was like all about the female participation and like raising those numbers. And now this year could be all about like the mom participation, like raising those numbers. So yeah,
heck yeah.
It's all coming together.
Oh, yeah. We'll all be posting on Facebook too, because Facebook's for moms.
You're crushing with these little one-liners over there. You're just like waiting to be a mom. You're like, I've got all these good lines saved up. I'm just gonna unleash them.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Okay, so all like coming back to BWR, how does your, obviously we're in this weird time with the corona COVID-19 stuff, but let's say everything gets back on plan within a couple of weeks and the races are settled. What is it? How would you like to see your schedule look going into BWR? Is it just a bunch of miles at home? Are you going to try to do some other events if available? Or like, what does that kind of entitle for you?
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty. So, but ideal.
So this is the what if ideal.
Even more uncertainty than just like the virus, because we just sold our house. So as of May 15th, I'm homeless. So that's like, we don't even know where we're going to live. But
I saw a couple spots on the Joplin Trail. You could probably pitch a tent.
Okay.
Sandy and River Trail's clean again.
Okay. All right. Okay,
there you go.
Anyway, my other goal for this year was to race lead boat, and BWR was going to be like a training ride leading up to lead boat. But now, I mean, it's like the capstone of the year because in November. But anyway, I decided that I wanted to go from zero fitness post rhabdo baby to the hardest possible thing I could ever do, lead boat. And both races over 100 miles, both races at extreme elevation, back to back, one day after the other. What could be better? Correct.
Have another kid, maybe?
Oh yeah, I mean maybe, but yeah. So my ideal year was gonna be a bunch of races in March. They all got canceled, and then now it's gonna be lead boat and BWR. But I'm thinking about throwing in marathon nationals just for fun, because I don't have a job next year because we're moving. So, I mean, maybe I'm going to have to get a job and I won't be able to do marathon nationals, but this is our what if. Yeah. Okay. What if?
Yeah, this is just a what if. Yeah.
What if we won the lottery and I didn't have to work? I would go to marathon nationals just for fun. I would do BWR, all the BWRs. Yes. For the waffles. I may not even race. I'll just show up and eat waffles, and then and lead boat, and that's it.
Well, I think as long as you hit all three, you'll definitely probably get that peak performance.
Hell yeah!
And I'm gonna say that's a sound plan. Nikki, how do you feel about this plan?
I think it sounds like she just copied my plan.
Sorry.
And good. Every other cyclist plan.
Well, samesies.
Except for I'm not homeless.
Okay. All right. But Nikki just bought a van, so Nikki could be a van person with me. Yeah. But okay, here's the thing. I like going to new places and riding new trails, and having a BWR in Cedar City and in North Carolina. Like, those are both places I haven't ridden a lot. So I think it's really exciting that we all have this. If we can get the virus gone, then we have this opportunity to go ride these cool places.
Wait, are you going to take the van to all the BWRs for the waffles?
Oh, not North Carolina. I'm not driving that far.
Okay. But Cedar City.
Oh, yeah.
Cedar City is going to be cool. Yeah. I've done some of the roads out there. I think they did like a Leadville. No, they did some mountain bike race
True
once,
Grit.
and then they've done two reviews. No, it was a while ago. This was like 5-6 years ago. But yeah, I did a mountain bike race, but it was epic. And then they did the start of they did tour of Utah there a couple times.
There's
Yeah.
a really good ice
So
cream
yeah,
shop.
there's some cool
A
stuff.
really good ice cream shop. They have ricotta cherry ice cream.
Shut up. I'm not gonna race. I'm just gonna be eating ice cream.
Well, no, get ice cream and put it on the waffles.
Ice cream handoff.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes, that was my favorite part of BWR both years
was
is the ice
solid.
cream waffles at the end. Yep, best part.
Yeah, I think that's hard to argue that one.
I mean, it's the best race ever because if you do it right, you eat a buttload of waffles in the morning. You think you're going to throw up for the first half hour of the race because you ate so many waffles. You go ride your brains out with all your friends. Someone shoves bacon in your face. Then you drink a Coke at the top of Double Peak. And then you eat ice cream waffles at the end and those amazing fries that Sam Ames makes. Or wait, the Gear Grinder guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's seriously, it's the end all be all.
Those fries are so
I'm so stoked for
it's
November.
there's no other event like that.
I mean,
yeah, just the fall is gonna be amazing for these
I'm
3 events, all of them, and
yeah,
it'll be big.
I'm sure other events have good food or whatever, but this is
No.
like a party. This is
Definitely.
the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, listen to me. You should come to this race, especially because November
Larissa
is
knows all. She's a teacher.
November is beautiful in San Diego. It's gonna be better.
What if it rains?
Oh, it's
That would
gonna
be
be
awesome.
amazing.
How epic is that
I'd
gonna be if
rather
it
it
rains?
rain than be 98 degrees.
Oh, but I'm
Yeah.
scared of riding my road
think
bike in the
sucks.
rain now because I crashed my bike and I broke 2 fingers.
Why did Juliana?
I'm still scared of turning corners in the rain. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn how to ride a bike. All right, be right
Hey,
back.
you know
I
what?
gotta go
Hey,
learn
guess
how
what?
to ride a bike.
It's raining right now.
Still practice.
No, I rode in the rain today.
I know what you're gonna do the next couple of days.
I'm gonna be turning corners.
You guys ride road
I
bikes?
rode road bikes today, and it rained on me, and I got really scared of crashing because I legit have 2 broken fingers right now, and they take forever to heal.
How did you already break 2
Well, I
fingers?
was riding by myself because of coronavirus, and I hit a patch of really slippery mud and then fell over. And even though I was riding by myself, 2 people witnessed me crashing like a total Fred alone on my road bike.
Like a Karen.
Like a Karen. No, I like Karen.
Like a Karen.
Fucking Karen. Yeah, wait. So, okay, where do you guys feel on this? Did Karen do it?
Wait, what? Back up. Repeat that.
Wait, which Karen
I'm
are you guys
talking
talking
about the generation whatever Karen with all the memes.
Are you talking about Tiger King Karen?
There's
Oh.
a Karen in Tiger King?
Listen here, all you cool cats and kittens.
Yeah,
That lady's name
that's
is
the one I thought you were talking
Yes,
about.
Karen.
Shut up.
I
Okay.
forgot.
Well, I was just talking about being a Fred. I like Karen. Let's be honest.
Well, this is
I know.
quarantine life.
It's rough.
No, this is normal.
Yeah, right, it's just
This
the
is
other day.
spring break, and instead of riding my bike in Northern California, I'm stuck riding the Como route every day because I have broken goddamn fingers.
Well, you can come do Joplin with us.
Joplin on my fingers does not sound fun. I gotta wait till I heal. And also, I can't ride with you until the coronavirus goes away.
No, it's 6
I'll
feet.
just drop you then? Okay.
Exactly.
That won't be hard.
No, it's not hard anymore. Don't worry.
I'll come up with some other sadistic
Uh,
route, like that 200-mile
good
Twin
times.
Peaks route. I'll come up with something like that, and I'll drag you on it, and you'll be out in the middle of nowhere, and you won't know where you are, so you'll be forced to finish the whole thing.
No, I'm way smarter than that. That's why I did not go to Palma.
Oh,
last
man,
time.
you missed out.
I think ahead. I'm like, I don't think. Yeah,
You
I'm
missed
gonna pass
out.
on
We
that one.
hung out in that lodge at the top during
Can
someone
you-
else's Christmas
all right.
party.
Give us a little recap, real quick, for everyone that we've referred to this ride like 3
Right.
times now. What
Okay,
was this
so
ride?
Dave Casel, Super
We
Dave.
started, at 3T, and it
Yeah,
was in
he
Aliso.
wanted to ride both Santiago Peak and Palomar Peak in one ride. And to loop it up and make it the shortest ride possible, it's a minimum of 200 miles. And so he put this idea out on the internet back before Facebook was for moms. And I saw it and I was like, done, I'm doing it. And I went out and did it by myself. And I did it in one day.
Oh, you
alone
did it
on a
already?
road bike. Yeah,
I kinda
and
forgot that.
I did it
Wait,
in the
okay.
opposite direction Dave wanted to do it in. So I started at my house. I went to Highway 1. I went down to Oceanside, cut in, up and over Palomar, down into Temecula, and then up and over. I went up. No, I went up
Ortega.
Indian Truck Trail and then down, and that was
Okay.
like the
And
That
then
was the
down Harding.
shortest way you could do the whole ride. It was like 200 miles with 20,000 feet of climbing. And I think I finished at like 7 p.m. And I went down Maple Springs because my house is on that same road. So I like passed my house and went straight to the cafe in our neighborhood because I was starving to death. And all I had was this like face-sized Rice Krispie treat in my pocket. But I was so sick of eating Rice Krispie treats that I just wanted like French fries. So I pull up at the cafe, and the cafe in my neighborhood is one of those, we'll close when we feel like closing. So it's like Saturday at 7 p.m. and I pull up and they're freaking closed. And I was like, 7 p.m. on a Saturday? What is wrong with you people? I just need French fries. And the guy was inside and he was like, I can give you water. Like,
Water.
I hate you so much right now. And I sat down with my face-sized Rice Krispie treat and cried into it. And that made it salty. And then it was savory.
Wow. You should be in marketing.
No,
that was like
right?
the ultimate tagline right there.
So then, like, I don't know, like a couple months later, Dave's like, we're going to do this ride. We do this ride. Okay, we're doing it. But he wanted to go the opposite direction. So he wanted to go up Harding to Santiago Peak. Then he wanted to go down. I don't know what route he wanted to go down, but we ended up going down Ortega. That was not the original plan. And then across through whatever that area is, Temecula to the backside of Palomar.
Like Elsinore,
Yeah,
Temecula,
up the backside
Palomar.
of Palomar, which is sand, and then down the front side. I don't know which way we're going to go down because we didn't finish. But I said, Dave, when I did this ride, it took me, 12 hours. We should, and I didn't ever stop. Like, I stopped for 10 seconds to refill my bottles.
Yeah, and we had a
I was like, you need to start before the sun is up. You need to start at like 4 or 5 a.m. and you can't stop. And Dave was like, we'll be fine. We'll start at 6. So I meet up with everyone in Majestic Canyon because I rode from my house. And then we all regroup there. And then everyone regroups to the top to take pictures. And I got a flat on the way up to the top because, like an idiot, I put too much air pressure in my tires. And the cross bike, the rims weren't, couldn't handle 70 PSI or some shit. So then I stole all of your CO2 in tubes. And then when everyone stopped for pictures of the top, I was like, I have a tube in my back tire. I have to take it pretty easy on this descent because it was pretty chunky. So I went ahead of everyone, assuming they would all catch me. And I get to the end, like I get to Blue Jay Campground where the aid station or some dude with a truck was, and waited for an hour. Yeah. And I was like, what is wrong? Like, where are they? But the dude, Dave's friend with the truck and the food, was like, this is on the route. Like, he would have told me to come here if they were going to go a different way. So eventually I turn around and go back up Main Divide looking for you guys. And then there you come riding down Main Divide. Everyone got flats. You guys had to like.
Yeah, I think I slid a tire. I was with Tinsman and he had a tire. Like, I think something had happened to him. So yeah, by the time we got to that Blue Jay, it was like, we were probably so far behind the time. And I remember something like, let's keep going. And we're like, dude, there's no way you guys are going to make it. So we went down Ortega through. Down to Dana Point, hit a brewery, had a beer, and then rode back home. And I think we were probably having burgers and more beers when you guys were like,
Palomar crying.
Going to the backside of Palomar.
Well, yeah, because then we were like, we're gonna keep going because why not? And so then we went up the backside of Palomar, and it was like getting dark. And by the time we got to the top of Palomar, it was dark. There was only like 5 of us. I was the only person who'd done the whole route. Only 3 of us had the route on their Garmin. So there are these 2 dudes from 3T. Yeah.
Didn't
some dude from like the Midwest. Like, he didn't even live in Southern California. Didn't have the route on his Garmin. His cell phone was dying. He didn't have reception at top of Palomar. And so the group splits up because I don't know why we're that dumb that we didn't stay together. But 3 of us go off the front and we get to there's like a little store up there. And then there's like Dave and the 3T guy and some other dude are like dangling behind us. They don't have the route. So one dude makes a wrong turn. We're sitting at the lodge waiting. Eventually Dave gets there and we're like, what's his bucket? And then he doesn't show up for like an hour. And then we have to like go looking for him, but we don't have a car. It's like 40 degrees. And eventually I think there was like friends came with a car with a bike rack and they went looking for the guy. And eventually he did come to the lodge. Like somehow he figured it out. But we're just like freezing our asses off at the lodge in spandex in 40-degree weather. And it's pitch black. It's like.
Yeah, what time is it?
Because it was like in the
late,
summer,
right?
so the sun goes down late. So it was like 8 o'clock. It was crazy. And then when we first got to the lodge, the 2 or 3 of us that were off the front were like, should we just go down Nate Harrison and like wait for everyone at the taco shop and eat tacos? Because the lodge was closed. So like, we're not going to feed you. They're having a private Christmas party. And after like X number of hours, they were like, you can't be inside anymore. You have to wait for your friends outside. And we're like, can we just sit in the corner? And they're like, no, we're having our Christmas party. You have to get out. Oh, this was in Christmas time. That was Dave's other problem. The days were shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's winter, so it's cold at night. Oh, yeah. It was a bad idea.
Wow.
I wanted to steal the Christmas party food.
I had a great ride.
No, it was amazing. I had a great day. And then we all drove back in some dude's tiny little car, and it was amazing. And then we got back to 3T at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. It was a great day. It was an epic fail.
And that is the last time I ever rode with Larissa.
Wait, we shouldn't tell these stories. Then people won't ride with me. This is how
I don't ride with you anymore.
This is how I vet people. Like if you ride with me and afterwards you're like, I'll ride with you again, then I'm like, this person's cool. Like this chick Esther, I met her once at Como, and she was like, I was like, hey, do you want to ride together? I don't know many girls who ride. She was like, yeah. So a week later, I meet her in a Safeway parking lot. She gets in my big ass van. I run a red light on the way to LA for this ride because I'm a bad driver apparently. And then we take her on this like 120-mile ride.
I was there.
Where Nikki and Esther both cracked so hard that they both like, we left them on the side of the road, and me and this other guy were going to drive back with the van to pick them up.
But I was like 2 miles from the finish. And I stopped on the side of the road.
Left them on the side of the road.
And refused to go any further.
And Esther was like, yeah, I'll ride with you again. I was like, okay, Esther's cool. She passes the type 2 fun test.
Oh my gosh.
Straight up, I left them on the side of the road.
That's my goal, is to leave people on the side of the road, and that's how I test whether or not they're like, this is a legit human.
That was why I thought I could do the BWR. Because I had done that ride 2 years before, and I was like, well, like, I made it 2 miles from the finish, so I think I could do 140 miles.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, you should put a training program out with it. So just like, you know what? You'll do BWR if you make fun rides.
You should start a second podcast because I have all these training plan ideas. Like, first of all, you know Menzo? You know Menzo DeJong, the really tall guy from Cliff? Yeah. Well, he traveled around in my van with me one summer to like, we went to state championships together, and then we drove to Mammoth to train for altitude training for some, I don't remember what nationals or something. And I let him like drive in the van with me, and then he camped in his tent, and I slept in the van in just like random places like behind the airport in Mammoth. And he lost like 10 pounds traveling with me because my meal plan.
You just like put him in a cage and you're just like starving him. Like, you get back there. You stay.
No, I made him eat the same salad every night. We started calling it same salad. And then he lost a ton of weight. And then he had his best Downeyville ever because he was like
because he was
race
on his
weight.
training plan.
Yeah. He was like at race weight, been training riding way more than he was supposed to, super skinny, does great at Downeyville. This is it. The Larissa Connors training plan. It's abusive.
Yeah. The Larissa training plan. Come in my van for a summer.
Leave you on the side
starve
of the road.
you. I'm gonna get you really skinny. If you mentally get through it,
if you can survive mentally, then you have the mental strength to survive any race,
including the BWR.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's your next
That's how I'm
tagline.
gonna sell my training plan to people.
Well, we're definitely going to do part 2.
Hell yeah. Oh, I've got
program.
so many ideas too. I have another business I gotta tell you about, but we'll do it during part 2.
Yeah, save it. Now that we got the phone figured out how we do this, we're going to come back and do this for part 2 for sure.
Also, we could do a part 2 in like September when we're like, is Larissa still actually riding her bike? Because I post on Instagram like, here's how you should be motivated. You should be motivated, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, I'm the least motivated human ever during this quarantine. Like, I haven't done core. Don't tell my coach. I hope he doesn't listen to this. I haven't done core in like 2 months.
Nah, no one listens to it. Don't worry.
Because
Really?
How do you motivate yourself to do planks?
That's terrible.
Then then you got to feed a baby. You always have to feed a baby.
You can do it
That's
at
what
the
I was
same
going to do
time.
yesterday, and my husband said
Multitask.
it would be like you're a cow, and that's why we're going to get divorced.
Oh my god.
You should cut that. Don't put
That's
that in the
great.
podcast. That's inappropriate.
Oh, that's the line I'm gonna pull for the promo of this episode. All right, well, with that, we'll wrap this up. We've gone long, but that was great. We're
wait, but you never
deep part
asked me the
2,
questions
and,
that people sent in. Like, which one's harder, Belgian Waffle Ride or birth?
That was like my question,
oh yeah,
so I
that
can
was a
ask
big
it.
question.
Larissa,
Good.
which one was harder, giving birth or racing the BWR?
You don't know pain until you've been in back labor. Let me tell you, when that baby's head is pressing against that nerve in your spine, every contraction for 12 hours, that is real pain. Belgian Waffle Ride, you look around and there's like a waterfall, and then there's some friends, and there's a cute butt in spandex and bacon. Oh, Coca-Cola at the top of Double Peak. Get to go downhill now. Oh, look at the trees. It's amazing.
But like, what if you're like giving birth and you have like the Belgian waffle video going on, so you can actually see all that?
Where were you on August 27th?
You never called me back.
You could have brought the video to the labor. I'm just saying, that could
have been me. I could have been like the dude with the sign just holding a big screen TV.
Giving birth
BWR
is way harder
corner.
than Belgian Waffle Ride by like 7,000 times harder. I mean, they don't feed you waffles before and after.
But you also win BWR, so you do
like 7 hours and 7 hours
ish. 7. Okay, so
that's how long.
Some people are out there for like 12 hours. So
yeah,
see,
if you're taking 12 hours, your judgment is BWR, skewed on this. You're not going as hard as I was at BWR. So is it really as hard? I mean, is it really harder?
Someone's gonna come back at you on that one and be like, "I was going as hard as I could."
It's as hard, but it's not harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, God,
right
BWR loses all entrance.
Yeah. You're out there
what are you
10
doing?
Hours. You just aren't
Sitting
going
at the
hard.
Oasis, eating bacon?
Yeah.
That's in that swimming pool.
I'm going to go buy bacon.
And then you're going to eat it yourself while we ride by.
Well, if you don't get there quick enough.
So those 12-hour people.
Yeah, you just keep digging those people in.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What if it takes me 12 hours this year? Because the mom watts aren't real. And then
that will be part 3
everyone will laugh at me.
We'll just save all these lines and pull them up and be like, remember that one time you said this? Insert caption.
Carl's like crying.
Like, now your rebuttal.
Okay, we'll let you go enjoy the rest of your rainy. What is today? Tuesday? Thursday? Wednesday? Day 37.
It's day 37.
Go ride your bike in the rain. It'll make you harder.
All right. Well,
you're welcome.
Thank you for the 3rd time, Nikki.
Yeah.
Thank you for chiming in.
Yeah, this is the best podcast ever.
Always a treat.